Krishna, Krishna Bhagwan, worshipped as the 8th avatar of Vishnu and also as the Supreme God. He is the God of protection, compassion, tenderness and love, and is the most revered among all Indian divinities. Krishna's birthday is celebrated every year by Hindus on Krishna Janmashtami throughout the world. The sacred texts srimadbhagvatam, Vishnu Puran, Mahabharat, Brahmavaivarth Puran, Harivansha, Bhagavadgita, Skanda Puran, and so many other Puranas in Gopal Tapni Upanishad all describe the glories of Krishna and the birth of Shree Krishna, known as Shree Krishna Janmashtami. Krishna Janmashtami is also known as Gokulashtami, and it is observed on the 8th day, the Ashtami of the Krishna Paksh, which is the dark fortnight in the Shravana month as per the Sanatana Vedic Hindu lunar calendar, and August or September as per the Gregorian calendar. In Vaishnavism, Swayam Bhagwan, the Supreme Being Himself, is the absolute representation of God as Bhagwan, the Supreme Personality who possesses all riches, all strength, all fame, all beauty, all knowledge, and all renunciation. According to the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna is termed as Swayam Bhagwan, as stated in the Bhagavad Mahapuran, the Supreme God, Parabrahma, Adi Narayana, Vishnu, who appeared before Vasudeva and Devaki in his divine original four-armed form before taking birth as Krishna. Vasudeva and Devaki, after praising Vishnu, requested him to hide his divine form, which Vishnu agreed to by transforming himself into a small baby Krishna. The name Krishna signifying multiple significations, all pervasiveness, all active and the highest pleasure is assigned to a divine personality equipped with multidimensional facets and represented grand figure or perfection in the form of the fullest revelation of God, Bhagwan, who permeates all with his ultimate spiritual reality, Sri Krishna. As per the Mahabharata, they call Krishna the protector of Arjuna as Vishnu himself, who endowed with a conch, a disc, Sudarshan club, and is clad in yellow silken raiments. The chroniclers depict Krishna as always resorting to his Yogmaya while revealing his supereminence in the form of his magnanimous Leelas, such as child revelation of his cosmic form to his mother by opening his mouth, Mother Yashoda, later to Arjuna while reciting the Gita in the battlefield, or lifting up Govardhan mountain, enacting his sportive Ras Leela with the gopis, and saving the Pandavas on many occasions during the war and saving Draupadi from Dushasan's evil intentions of disrobing her. The Absolute Truth, also known as Krishna, is different. The Vedas describe Krishna as the cause of all causes, the ultimate source of all energies. Such source is beyond our experience of this world of cause and effect. This is the subject of the srimadbhagvatam and the Bhagavadgita. The Supreme Personal Cause has no other cause beyond Sri Krishna. If someone or something else created him, he wouldn't be supreme, but lots of evidence suggests he is in fact the cause of all causes. Bhagwan Shree Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 1.1.1. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primal cause of all causes of creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 2.12 says, "Never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be," says Bhagwan Shri Krishna. In the Brahmasamhita, chapter 5.1, Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme Bhagwan. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam shrujamyaham. These lines in the Bhagavad Gita mean, whenever evil, meaning adharma, becomes dominant in society, the God will himself come to this earth to restore dharma. Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse 7 to 8. Krishna Janmashtami is observed as the birth anniversary of Bhagwan Sri Krishna. This year it will be the 5248th birth anniversary of Lord Sri Krishna. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says his appearance, birth and activities are all transcendental, and one who understands them factually becomes immediately eligible to be transferred to the spiritual world. The Lord's appearance or birth is not like that of an ordinary man who is forced to accept a material body according to his past life deeds. Bhagwan Shri Krishna's appearance is explained in the second chapter of Srimadbhagvatam Puranas. He appears out of his own sweet pleasure. When the time was mature for appearance of the Lord, the constellations aligned themselves and became auspicious. The astrological influence of the star Rohini, the Rohini nakshatra, was predominant because it's considered to be very auspicious. Rohini nakshatra is under the direct supervision of Brahma. As per the astrological conclusions, the proper situation of the stars are auspicious, and in auspicious moments due to different situations of the different planetary systems. Krishna's birth, the planetary systems were automatically adjusted so that everything became auspicious. During the birth of Sri Krishna, in all directions, east, west, north, south, everywhere there's an atmosphere of peace and prosperity, auspicious stars visible in the sky and on the surface. The rivers were flowing full of waters. The lakes were beautifully decorated with lotus flowers. The forests were full of beautiful birds and peacocks, all singing with sweet voices, and the peacocks dancing along with their consorts. The wind blew very pleasantly, carrying the aroma of different flowers, and the sensation of bodily touch was very pleasing. The Brahmins were accustomed to offer sacrifices in the fire, found their homes very pleasant for offering. Due to the disturbances created by the demonic king Kans, the sacrificial fire altar had always been stopped in the houses of Brahmins, but now it was the opportunity to reconvene the fire peacefully, the yagnas. Krishna's appearance automatically became full of joy in everybody's minds and hearts, because they could hear loud vibrations in the sky of the transcendental sounds proclaiming the appearance of the Supreme Bhagwan Shree Krishna. The denizens of the Gandharvas and the Kinnara planets began to sing, and the denizens of the Siddhlok and the planets of the Charanas began to offer prayers in the service of Bhagwan. In heavenly planets, angels all came with their wives accompanied by apsaras and began to dance. The great rishis and the demigods, the Devi Devtas, being pleased, began to shower flowers. At the seashore there was a sound of mild waves, and above the sea there were clouds in the sky which began to thunder very pleasingly. When things are adjusted like this, Lord Harinarayan Shri Vishnu, who is residing within the heart of every living being entity, appeared in the darkness of the night as the Supreme Personality of Godhead before Devaki, who also appeared as one of the demigoddesses. The appearance of Lord Vishnu at that time could be compared with the full moon in the sky as it rises on the eastern horizon. Lord Krishna appeared on the 8th day of the waning moon. There could be no rising of the full moon. Now this may appear strange. However, Lord Krishna appeared in the dynasty which is in the hierarchy of the moon. Therefore, although the moon was incomplete on that night, but because of the Lord's appearance in the dynasty where the moon is himself the original person, the moon was in overjoyous condition. So by the grace of Krishna, he could appear just like a full moon. Hence, Krishna is also known as Shree Krishna Chandra. The celebrations of Krishna Janmashtami take place by fasting, singing, praying together, preparing and sharing special food. night vigils, and visiting Krishna or Vishnu temples. Majority of the Krishna temples organize recitations of the srimadbhagvatam and bhagavadgita. Communities get together organizing dance drama events called Raslila or Shree Krishna Leelas. Observations. On the day, devotees start the fast by having only 1 meal a day prior to the actual Janmashtami. On the Janmashtami day, they fast the whole day and only break the fast at midnight of the Ashtami, the 8th Tithi, as per the lunar calendar, which is the time when Lord Krishna was born. Throughout the day, the devotees do not consume grains and cereals. They only eat meals consisting of milk, water, and fruits. All the temples are decorated with lights, colors, lamps, and there's a lot of thrill around the temples. There's a lot of devotional hymns going on. Every temple is gushed with hundreds of devotees who fast the whole day and wait until the bell of the 12, when Bhagwan Sri Krishna, Sri Purna Purushottam, Lord Sri Krishna, in the form of Laddu Gopal, is placed in the jula, covered with flowers, and as the clock strikes 12 midnight, devotees celebrate the Lord Sri Krishna's birthday. There is Panchamrut, there is conch shells, there is bells, there is arti that takes place, and there is holy insignias indicating the akars, and devotees from all over the world dancing and singing devotional songs attuned with traditional cymbal and drums. After the performance of Shayanarti, the deity is adorned with new ornaments on all 4 sides of the Shayan Mandap. There is banana leaf, plantain leaves placed, and the whole temple is decorated. On the day of Nanmotsav, also known as Dahi Handi, early morning at the Mangala Aarti, the temple musicians start singing Badhai songs, which are congratulations. The deity is then bathed with Panchamrut, the 5 ritually important ingredients: milk, curd, clarified butter, ghee, honey, sugar, followed by holy waters of Sri Yamuna. And the whole day continues with celebrations of different kinds of foodstuffs offered to the Lord, and obviously sharing it with all the devotees thereafter. As the day continues, the celebrations also continue. Nandbaba and Yashoda congratulated, remembered in devotional songs and hymns. Devotees also chant away the mantras to define their eternal spiritual connection with Bhagwan Sri Krishna. The mantras such as Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. They amplify during these 2 days as it is Shree Krishna Janmashtami. Many happy returns on this day of Shree Krishna Janmashtami. Happy Krishna Janmashtami.